Anyone else at the stage in their pregnancy where nothing fits? Welcome to the party. I'm Amber. Thanks for being here. We're going to do a short, gentle yoga practice to support you during your pregnancy. Before the sun gets too strong, let's get started in a comfortable seated position. All right, take a moment just to arrive here in this space, finding a nice tall seat, closing down the eyes if that feels right for you. And taking your first breath in, drawing shoulders up towards ears, and exhaling them down the back. Let's do 3 more shoulder rolls just like that. Inhale. Drawing all the energy up and softening it down. And once more. Beautiful. Clasp the hands, draw it underneath the chin. We're going to inhale, draw the gaze up. You can bring the chest lifted, and exhale, draw the chin towards the chest, rounding a bit through the spine. Kind of like these seated cat-cows, but more focus on the neck. And just move with your spine, with your breath. One more. Awesome. Release the hands. We're going to reach that right arm up with an inhale. We're going to reach back for the back corner of the room you're in or the outdoor space. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, reach the front to opposite corner. Stretching out the shoulders, finding some mobility. Breathe in to reach up. Breathe out to reach back. 2 more. And release that hand to the mat, and let's reach the other arm up. Breathe in. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale up and over like we're drawing a rainbow. Finding the rhythm to match our breath. Try to keep the movement just in the shoulder, keeping the spine nice and strong and stable. And our last one, breathe in, reach up and back. Inhale up and forward. And release that hand. Nice job. Let's take some figure 8s as we start to lift up onto the knees. If you need the hands, please use them. Curl the toes so we're sitting back on the heels in a fire toes position. Inhale, reach one arm up and over. Taking a few breaths here, breathing through the side body as we extend and find length. Finding whatever space we can these days, right? Inhale, reach tall with both arms. Exhale to the other side. Full breath in. Full breath out. And come back up to a tall spine. Clasp hands at the low back, draw the shoulder blades towards one another down the back, and then pull the belly in so we're not dumping forward. Tuck the chin slightly, take 3 breaths. Gently release the hands. We're going to spin onto our mat on all fours, hands and knees. Tap out the tops of the feet if that's needed. Good. Check in that the fingers are spread wide, shoulders stacking over wrists. And then start to walk the hands towards the top of the mat, hips stacking over knees, coming into a puppy pose or a variation. You may not reach the forehead all the way to the earth. You might put it on a pillow or a block. You might wag the tail. And slowly walk the hands back in through center. Very good. Let's extend that right heel back and start to rock forward and back, stretching out the calf. Grip into the mat so that you've got a nice strong foundation. At this point, if you're in your second or third trimester, we want to kind of avoid any type of core work. So just be aware of what muscles you're using. And then walk that foot outside of the hip, come on up to stand. We're gonna lift the toes and come into this variation of triangle with the support of the back knee. Reach up, gaze up. Ground through that foot. Press the knee right over the ankle and start to just kind of bring some dynamic movement forward towards the toes, lengthening through the pelvic floor. 2 more. And come back to all fours, nice and slow. We'll step the left foot back, stretching out that calf. Checking in with how you're feeling today, knowing every day we wake up in our pregnancies feels a little different than the last. And just honoring where you're at, adapting as needed, doing something to support you and your energy today. Let's walk that left leg outside of the hip. Turn the toes up and reach and stretch over towards the long leg. Triangle pose. Slowly rise back up. Coming onto the knees, we're going to just find some hip shifts left and right. So just feel into how far the body wants you to travel today. Good, and then we'll do some thrusts forward. Bring the hands to the back pockets and back. Oh, and I'm just remembering we missed the lunges on that side. So let's come back to a neutral spine. Step that left foot out, and we'll take 5 lunges over towards the bent knee. Can you hear your breath? Are you still connecting with that important tool? And last one. And then let's come back to all fours. Nice job. Option here to come into a downward facing dog, bringing the feet wider than the hips so that the belly has some space. And once you're there, Maybe it feels nice to rock, maybe it feels good to pedal at the feet, or just to commit to stillness. Our yoga practice reminds us that we are the authority of our bodies, that we decide what we need, what's good for us. And if you can take this authoritism, is that a word? This authority into your labor, remembering that Mother knows best, that's really going to be your greatest tool in birth. Bend through the knees, walk the hands towards the feet, and lower into a yogi squat. So feet might come as wide or wider than the mat, knees and toes pointing out. And play around, get curious, what feels right today. And then let's commit to stillness with a tall spine. Press the elbows into the knees as you bring hands at heart center. Gently closing down the eyes, finding 5 breaths. We're going to lower down onto the seat. I'm not too far from there. Extend the legs out wide and start to just shake out the feet, the legs. And then walk the hands forward, maybe come onto forearms, taking a little wide-legged forward fold here. Put anything underneath you to prop you up a little higher. Maybe begin to envision baby in that cozy womb of yours. How is baby positioned? How is he or she laying? Just send some warmth and light to that area. Just remembering all of this nurturing that you have already done throughout the last few months, wherever you're at in your journey. Just knowing you're already creating this beautiful, safe home for him or her to exist. You already have that mothering instinct within you. And if someone hasn't told you yet today, you're doing a great job. Start to plant the hands, straightening the arms, and slowly walking yourself back up. And then let's ground the feet, so bending at the knees. Take the hands to support you behind and dip one knee in to touch the mat, or just notice how close you can get. And then the other, and just check in with if it feels level, balanced through the hips, if one side feels more flexible or open than the other. Just taking in information. You can see my left knee can touch the earth easily. So that internal rotation feels easy on this side. And my right knee has a little more trouble, and that's okay. Just noticing any imbalances. Last round. And we're going to come back up to sit in a butterfly posture, bringing the feet to touch and the knees splaying out. Sitting up on the sits bones, maybe grabbing the ankles to create some relaxation down the shoulders. And closing our practice with 5 breaths. Just connecting with our body, our baby. Whatever you need after this practice, honoring that and taking the time to either continue moving on your own, maybe to rest or to jumpstart your day. But just a reminder that you know what's right for you, you know what's right for baby. And thank you so much for being here with me today. Namaste.